Imagine standing at the edge of a rare moment in time where ancient wisdom meets modern opportunity, and where wealth, clarity, and prosperity are no longer distant dreams, but possibilities within reach. That's exactly what June 2025 represents. This isn't just another month. It carries the weight of powerful celestial alignments, guided by numbers that hold deep energetic significance. These are not ordinary digits. They are numbers infused with cosmic vibrations, shaped by centuries-old Buddhist teachings of numerology and astrology. According to Buddhist philosophy, everything that happens, whether it's a missed chance, a breakthrough in business, or the recurring appearance of strange number sequences, is never random. It's part of a deeper, divine pattern. It's as if the universe is gently speaking to you through signs you haven't fully learned to translate yet. Now, you might have dismissed those signs a repeating number on a license plate, or a total on your bill that felt oddly familiar as just coincidence. But what if they aren't? What if those quiet nudges are part of something far greater, a subtle rhythm, a sacred frequency trying to align your life with something much bigger than you imagined? In today's video, we'll explore 6 numbers that aren't just lucky. They are energetic keys, vibrational codes, portals to prosperity that ancient wisdom and modern intuition both point toward, especially when the stars and spiritual forces are aligned. These aren't random picks. These numbers are deeply rooted in cosmic timing and Buddhist philosophy, where intention meets energy and awareness creates abundance. And stay with me until the end, because I'll be revealing a bonus number 1 that's believed to amplify energy, fast-track manifestations, and open doorways that usually stay shut. But it only works if your mind is clear, your heart is open, and your spirit is truly aligned. So before we begin, take a deep breath. Like this video, subscribe to Buddhism Trail, and comment below, "I am open. I am ready. I am in flow with the universe." Let's begin the journey together. Let's begin with the number 5, the pulse that snaps you out of standby mode. Ever had that moment where everything around you looks the same? Same room, same routine, same goals written on the same page, untouched for weeks. You keep telling yourself, "Soon I'll change things. Maybe next week. Maybe when things are more stable." But deep inside, you know you're on autopilot, just going through the motions. Then, one random morning, or maybe at 2 a.m., while staring at your ceiling, something shifts. A quiet fire lights up inside, and you feel it. "I can't keep doing this." You pick up your phone, send that message, update that resume, start sketching the idea you buried months ago. That sudden spark of life? That's the energy of number 5. Number 5 isn't subtle. It's a wake-up call, a spiritual nudge that turns into a shove. In the realm of Buddhist numerology and cosmic energy, 5 is movement. It's evolution. It's the refusal to stay stuck when your soul is begging for more. Especially in June 2025, this number doesn't just show up, it roars in like a storm, pushing you to stop waiting for perfect conditions and start creating your path with what you already have. Where other numbers whisper, 5 speaks with urgency. It says, "You've been still for too long. It's time to flow again." In Buddhist thought, when we cling to comfort, we become stagnant. And that's when suffering starts to take root. Number 5 is the antidote. It breaks patterns not recklessly, but with purpose. It pushes you out of your mental cage and into your real potential. It doesn't demand chaos, it demands courage. And here's what makes this number truly powerful. It's tied to Mercury, the planet of momentum, of fast-moving ideas, bold decisions, and soul-shifting conversations. When you start noticing the number 5, whether it's a simple 5, a 55, or even the triple 555, it's a sacred invitation, a signal that says, now's the moment. Go for it. People have experienced massive life shifts under the influence of this number. A friend you haven't spoken to in years reaches out with an offer. A canceled plan suddenly opens a door you didn't even know existed. A crazy idea turns into a side hustle that changes your financial path. That's not random. That's alignment. When you start moving, the universe moves with you. But here's the part that most overlook. This isn't just external. Number 5 is an inner revolution. It shatters the old stories we keep replaying. I'm not good enough. What if I mess up? What if I'm not ready? In Buddhist philosophy, those voices are born from attachment and fear, attachments to who you used to be, fears of who you could become. But 5 brings a new question. What if this time it works? Let's talk about money too, because abundance doesn't sit quietly. It chases momentum. It follows those who move even when they're uncertain. If you want change in your career, your finances, your life, then step forward, even if it's shaky. That's how you activate the frequency of 5. So if lately you've been catching glimpses of this number on your lock screen, the receipt total, a random social media post, don't brush it off. You're not imagining things. This is the universe's way of saying, you're more ready than you think. This June, let the energy of 5 remind you. Don't wait for life to hand you permission. You already have it. Take the chance. Say yes to that whisper in your heart. Start small, but start now. Because that single brave step, it could be the first move toward the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Number 17. The Quiet Rebuilder's Code. Not every breakthrough in life begins with fireworks or a grand revelation. Sometimes, the most powerful transformations begin in silence, in the soft breath you take after heartbreak, in the still moments when you feel lost but keep going anyway. That's the essence of number 17. On the surface, it's just another number. But beneath that lies a quiet force, an ancient vibration that doesn't crash into your life with drama. It simply arrives like a calm wave, reshaping the shore without anyone noticing. 17 is a number of evolution, not explosion. It shows up when life feels like it's paused between endings and new beginnings, when you're questioning if you're breaking down or breaking through. Let's break it down. The number 1 is the spark of self, the decision to begin again, even when the path is unclear. The number 7 is the spiritual seeker, the part of you that craves depth, meaning, and purpose. When you combine them, you get 8, a symbol of balance, karma, and inner power. But here's where it gets profound. 17 is not just about the destination, the 8. It's about the journey between self and spirit. It's the space where growth isn't loud or obvious, but real. It's for the moments you quietly decide, I'm going to rebuild, even when no one else sees your effort. This number speaks to those who have walked through the fire loss, betrayal, failure, and somehow kept their compassion intact. People who aren't interested in quick wins, but in lasting peace. And in Buddhist philosophy, this is the essence of right effort, doing the work without attachment to instant results, understanding that transformation is a slow, sacred climb, not a sprint. 17 aligns closely with Saturn, the cosmic teacher. Saturn doesn't make life easy, but it makes it meaningful. It teaches through discipline, lessons, and deep truths that reshape you from within. It doesn't offer shortcuts. It gives you strength. And in return, you earn something greater than luck, self-respect, and mastery. So if you're in a phase where you feel in between, no longer who you were, but not yet who you want to be, 17 is likely appearing in your life for a reason. It might be in small ways a house number, a receipt total, a timestamp. But that's how this number speaks quietly, steadily, with presence. It's not trying to shock you. It's inviting you to trust the process, to recognize that healing doesn't have a finish line, that building a life of meaning happens slowly, like a temple rising stone by stone. And during the rare cosmic opening in the days of June, the energy of 17 becomes especially active. If this number keeps appearing in your life, don't ignore it. It's not random. It's the universe's way of saying, you're being guided. Keep going. Take a breath right now. Feel that beat inside your chest. That's more than a heartbeat. It's your inner architect still working, still dreaming, still building. You're not here by accident. You're here to rise with purpose. And if you feel this message in your soul, if this number speaks to your journey, consider supporting Buddhism Trail by tapping the Thanks button and contributing $50 to help this guidance reach others on a similar path. Remember, as the Buddha taught, true giving is not about how much, it's about the intention behind it. When you give from the heart, you set powerful ripples into motion ripples that return in ways you can't always see, but always feel. Next, there's a certain number that doesn't just appear in your life, it stays. It lingers like a quiet whisper, returning again and again, until you can't ignore it anymore. That number is 11. At first glance, it looks plain two straight lines. Simple, familiar. But pause for a second, really pause, and notice how it feels, not just how it looks. The number 11 isn't just mathematics, it's a subtle message, a quiet alignment between you and the rhythm of something greater. In the Buddhist path, we often talk about presence, the deep inner stillness, where awareness begins. 11 embodies that presence. It's a doorway between the world you see and the energy you feel, a spiritual balance point. Not dramatic, but deeply powerful. People who find themselves drawn to 11 often don't know why. They feel different, but they do. They notice things others miss. They can walk into a room and sense tension without a word being spoken. They dream vividly. They think deeply. They carry emotions that don't even belong to them, but they feel them anyway. That's the intuitive depth 11 awakens in you. But here's where it gets real. Carrying that kind of awareness is both a strength and a challenge. In a world obsessed with logic and quick fixes, sensitivity feels like a burden. You're told to be rational, to prove it, to stop overthinking. But deep down, you already know. You've always known. That's the deeper lesson this number is offering. Can you honor your inner knowing when no one else understands it? Can you trust your feelings even when the world demands facts? Can you keep walking forward, guided by the part of you that doesn't scream but whispers? Right now, this number is vibrating louder than usual for a reason. Cosmic shifts, especially influenced by Uranus, the planet of insight and sudden change, are stirring the spiritual waters. You might feel agitated without knowing why, like something big is approaching, but it hasn't revealed itself yet. That feeling? It's not fear. It's a realignment, a recalibration of your spiritual compass. And here's something to mark, especially. June 4th and the second week, it's not just another day on the calendar. It's a day where your clarity might finally cut through the fog. Decisions you've been hesitating on could suddenly feel obvious. Truths you've been ignoring might come to the surface. It's a moment of spiritual signal quiet, but unmistakable. So don't wait for fireworks. 11 doesn't work like that. It reveals itself through the small things, a sentence that hits differently, a coincidence that feels divine, a nudge you can't explain. It reminds you that transformation doesn't always shake the ground. Sometimes it's as soft as a single breath and just as powerful. Let the number 11 be your reminder that your intuition isn't crazy. It's communication, it's alignment, it's guidance, and it's already inside you. Let's now unfold the energy behind number 14, a number often overlooked, yet deeply connected to conscious growth and quiet transformation. Picture this. You're going about your day, not looking for signs, but they still find you. The clock reads 7:14. Your cafe receipt is $14. You get seat number 14 on a random booking. At first, you brush it off. But then it keeps happening. That's not just coincidence. That's alignment, a subtle language the universe uses to tap you on the shoulder. And out of all the patterns that emerge during significant shifts, 14 has a curious habit of showing up when something is about to change, not through chaos, but through clarity. Especially during the first week of June, when energetic portals start to open and the spiritual current is charged, this number becomes more than familiar, it becomes magnetic. Did you know that over the past 10 years, number 14 has appeared time and again in lottery wins and breakthrough moments during this very window? It's not noise. It's rhythm repetition with meaning. Now, 14 doesn't demand attention. It doesn't crash through your life shouting for change. It arrives with grace. It's the number that doesn't just invite transformation, it asks for transformation with purpose. In Buddhist numerological insight, 14 is the mark of maturity and transition. It's not about ripping everything apart and starting from scratch. It's the energy of those who have already learned from their path and are now stepping forward with wisdom, not haste. Here's where it gets beautifully symbolic. 14 breaks into two core energies, 1 and 4. The number 1 is your inner fire, the voice that says, "You were made for more." It's the start of something new, a leadership energy, a push toward beginning something bold. It's the spark of realization that change isn't just coming, it's needed. The number 4 is the counterbalance. It's the bricklayer, the grounded builder, the one who says, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. It brings structure, discipline, and careful design to your passion. Together, they form 14, a frequency of empowered evolution. Not just movement, but movement with meaning. Not just dreaming, but building what you dream. And when this number arises, at a time ruled by the numerological current of 5, a symbol of curiosity, freedom, and momentum, you get a unique spiritual alignment. It's like a green light flashing on a sacred path saying, "Now's the time. Go forward, but go wisely." And the truth is, 14 isn't hiding. It's all around us. It's encoded in turning points. Your first job, a breakup, a breakthrough conversation. It shows up in birthdays, license plates, contracts, and days that changed you in ways you didn't fully understand at the time. When 14 starts appearing, don't ignore it. It's not the chaos before the storm, it's the stillness before your next level. It shows up when you're ready, even if you don't feel it yet. So whether you're buying a lottery ticket, about to make a major decision, starting a new chapter, or simply tuning your spirit to the right vibration, let 14 serve as your spiritual signal, a reminder that lasting change doesn't come from waiting. It comes from being present, purposeful, and prepared. And if something in your heart stirred while hearing this, if your inner voice just whispered, "Yes, that's me," then let that energy ripple outward. Click the thanks button below and consider offering a $50 gift to help bring this insight to more people seeking meaning, healing, and growth. Your support keeps this channel, Buddhism Trail, glowing brighter for others on their journey. Number 27. The silent architect of alignment and timing. Have you ever had that strange, goosebump-worthy moment when a specific number seems to follow you? You glance at your phone, 27%. You take a receipt, $27. You look up at a street corner or apartment building 27 again. At first, you might shrug it off coincidence, maybe. But what if it's not? What if that number is showing up because it has something to say? 27 isn't loud. It doesn't chase attention like flashing lights or ringing alarms. It's subtle, quiet, but incredibly potent, like a calm voice in a noisy world, waiting for the right moment to be heard. Especially during the final stretch of June, this number has been seen woven through past events and winning combinations. It wasn't always front and center, but it was there again and again, quietly standing beside other spiritually potent digits, forming patterns few people noticed except those who were paying attention. So, what makes 27 so unique? Why is it often seen during these energetically charged windows? To answer that, we turn to the sacred teachings of numerology and inner energy work. 27 is a blend of two deeply meaningful forces. The number 2 is all about balance your relationships, your choices, your emotions. It whispers to your intuitive side, helping you sense the energy of a situation before words are even spoken. It's connection. And then comes number 7, the seeker, the introspective soul, the one who doesn't settle for shallow answers. 7 craves wisdom, solitude, and spiritual depth. It pushes you to explore beyond appearances and find truth within. When you bring 2 and 7 together, you get something profound, a number that invites you to lead with intuition and insight, to blend your outer actions with your inner compass, to move not in haste, but in flow. And that's why 27 often feels less like a number and more like a signpost. It shows up when you're standing at a crossroads, maybe in your finances, your career, or your personal life, and nudges you to pause before making the next move. This isn't just spiritual fluff. Buddhist teachings often speak about the middle path, the harmony between action and reflection. That's exactly what 27 represents. It's the number that encourages you to listen deeply before you act, to trust your path, even if it hasn't been fully revealed yet. In fact, some monks and spiritual numerologists call 27 the alignment number because it appears when your external life needs to match the vibration of your internal truth. It's a call to sync what you do with who you really are. So, if you begin seeing 27 in unusual places this week, don't dismiss it. Pause. Feel it. Ask yourself, where am I being pulled? What decision have I been avoiding? What truth have I been pushing down? Maybe it's time for a change, a new direction in business, a bold financial risk, or even a spiritual decision that's long overdue. Maybe the reason this number keeps showing up is because you're finally ready to hear what it's been trying to tell you. And if you're still here with me, listening, feeling, reflecting, then trust this. You're already aligning. You're already receiving. But the best part? We're not done yet. Because in just a moment, I'll be revealing a bonus number A, rare vibration believed to amplify your energy, accelerate manifestations, and bring in breakthroughs when everything else seems stuck. Stay with me. This moment isn't random, it's part of your shift. Let's keep moving forward together. Number 33. The quiet code of purposeful kindness. Picture this. You're rushing through your day, buried in tasks, mind filled with distractions, and then you glance at the clock. It's 3:33 a.m. You brush it off. But later, that same number pops up again. On a receipt or a passing car's license plate. Coincidence? Not likely. Some numbers feel random. But 33 has a way of gently showing up again and again, as if the universe is trying to get your attention without raising its voice. It's not the number that screams with fireworks. It's the one that shows up with subtle grace and stays with you. In Buddhist numerology and ancient spiritual traditions, 33 is recognized as a master number. That means it carries an elevated frequency, an energy not rooted in ego or material gain, but in service, awareness, and deep spiritual alignment. This is not about luck in the traditional sense. It's about recognition, a signal that your thoughts and actions are beginning to harmonize with a greater universal flow. 33 is the number of the compassionate leader, not the one standing on a podium, but the one holding space for others, silently empowering people behind the scenes. It's the frequency of those who heal without the need to be noticed, the people who show up when it's inconvenient, who listen more than they speak, who feel deeply and act from that place of inner wisdom. 3 plus 3 equals 6, a number often associated with harmony, nurturing, and emotional intelligence. And the single number 3, doubled, amplifies themes of creativity, joy, and expressive energy. So when you combine them in 33, you're looking at a rare spiritual formula, the joy of creation meeting the wisdom of compassion. And that blend isn't chaotic, it's sacred, focused, transformative. Have you ever felt calm just by helping someone without expecting anything in return? That's the vibration of 33A number that asks you to align your intentions with service, with heart, and with deeper meaning. Many spiritual traditions call 33 an angelic number, a gentle nudge from beyond, reminding you that you're not alone, that even in the chaos, there's guidance and grace. So when you feel called to choose 33, whether in numbers, dates, or decisions, it's not about chance. It's about resonance. You're not just hoping for luck. You're stepping into energetic harmony. In today's world, where noise, speed, and self-interest dominate, 33 offers a counterbalance. Stillness, compassion, clarity. It doesn't shout, it simply is. And when you truly understand its meaning, you realize it's not about winning something outside of you. It's about aligning with something deeper within you. So if this number keeps appearing in your life, don't ignore it. Honor it. Follow it. Because in its quiet presence lies a powerful message. You're right where you're meant to be. If something you heard today sparked a sense of calm in your heart, or even brought a tiny shift in your perspective, don't just move on. That feeling? It's a sign, a small opening into something bigger, something your soul has been quietly waiting for. Take a quiet moment, close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and when you're ready, type this in the comments as a powerful reminder to yourself and to the universe. I am ready to receive abundance in every part of my life. That one sentence carries more weight than you realize. It's not just words, it's an intention, a declaration, a signal that you're aligned with something greater than routine, stress, or fear. And if this video helped you pause, reflect, or realign with your path, even just for a few minutes, please take a moment to support this journey by hitting the like button and subscribing to Buddhism Trail. Because here, we're not chasing quick fixes or empty motivation. We're building something deeper, a space where ancient teachings meet the chaos of modern life, where you learn how to quiet the noise and reconnect with wisdom, purpose, and spiritual strength. I'll see you in the next video.